Yeah. Divya, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes.
Cool. So, begin the class. Do you have any questions regarding the what we have discussed in the last class, previous class?
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. So today we are going to discuss about the electrode potential, how we calculate the electrode potential, and what is the selection criteria, how we select the anode and cathode. Okay. So the last class we were discussing, so today, the last class we were discussing about the cell formation, how to form the cell, right? Today
Mm.
we will discuss about the electrode potential by the help of Nast equation. Okay, that was the part we were having in the previous class. Okay, cool. So now let's begin the class. If I'll give you one fundamental question. I am having this cell, aluminium, solid, plus 3Ag plus 3Ag plus 3Ag plus Ag plus is a monovalent cation. Silver is there. Cool. It undergoes the reaction and forms Al plus 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 3Ag solid. Okay. Can you write the half half cell reaction? Can you write the half cell anode and cathode? Also, which one will go into the cathode and which particular element will go to the anode, and what will be the cell notation, how you can notate the cell notation. So out of aluminum and silver, which particular metal will fall into cathode and which metal will fall into cathode?
Um, would the aluminium go into the anode
Okay, cool.
and gold into the cathode?
So you can write
And
like this.
silver.
Yeah, you can write like this: aluminium plus, aluminium solid, aluminium plus aqueous, then salt bridge. After that, Ag plus aqueous, Ag solid. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, this is the complete cell notation. So you have opted aluminium at anode and silver at cathode. Particular this prediction, what is your judgment criteria? Means on what basis you have decided that aluminium will go to anode and silver will go to cathode? What was your criteria?
Well, the aluminium goes from the oxidation state of 0 to +3. So
Hmm.
it, yeah, it loses electrons, and that's what oxidation is.
Correct.
And oxidation happens at the anode.
Okay, cool. So that is what reduction, and this is what oxidation. Oxidation takes place in at anode, and reduction takes place at cathode. That's cool. Right. And I think this is the cell reaction. I think you have written down the right cell reaction. The
Yeah.
configuration is like this. The one vertical column is the phase change. The double vertical column is what is the meaning of double vertical column?
It's the salt bridge.
Salt bridge. And can you explain the function of salt bridge? What is the function of salt bridge?
Basically the salt bridge, it balances the charges.
Okay,
So
cool.
do I have to elaborate on it?
Means you have to just tell me, okay, balancing the charges means it's all about the neutrality. If we talk about the charges means it's create the electrical neutrality in the circuit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are absolutely right. Elaboration can happen once you are having a time and with the when you are having the pen on your grip. So your grip can be tightened up when you are having the paper and pen. So you can elaborate. I think that you will be expert on that, because you know your dad is IFS, so he might have qualified UPSC. So in UPSC, a candidate needs to be needs to be elaborate more. So when he will be elaborating more, so that kind of DNA is imparting in you. So you will be having that tendency.
I guess.
so don't, I'm not bothered about the elaboration part. I'm only looking for the conceptual clarity. Okay. So do you have any dream to to go for the UPSC exam, to crack the UPSC?
I mean, that's always an option. I definitely want to do engineering first, and then after that, we'll see.
Cool. Yeah, that is the perfect approach. Okay. So here we have got the cell, right? Now,
Yes.
if we want to calculate the E cell or E naught cell, E cell is the electrode potential of cell at any temperature and pressure. E naught cell means standard conditions being applied. The concentration is 1 molar, temperature is 298 Kelvin, pressure is 1 atm. At particular that conditions, E naught cell is equal to E cathode minus E anode. Now, there are three terms. I'm going to explain. You can write this formula, then I'll explain everything in detail.
Okay.
Yeah, fine. So this is the E naught cell formula, and suppose I am having a equation called like this: zinc give zinc 2 plus 2 electron. So this is the oxidation process. So for this we are having the standard oxidation potential. But if you want to calculate the SRP of this, SRP of zinc to zinc 2 plus, then you have to revert the sign of this SOP value. Suppose the SOP value is X, so the SRP value will be minus X, because we are just we have to calculate the reduction. Reduction means this equation is just reverse. When it consumes the electron, reduction happens, right? So standard oxidation potential is the negative of standard reduction potential. Okay?
Yes. Let
Any,
me just write.
yeah. Any doubt?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool. So this is the SRP, standard oxidation potential, is equal to the negative of standard reduction potential. Okay. And if we talk about the E naught cell, it is just SRP of ESRP of cathode, because cathode means reduction is happening. In cathode there is reduction, and if what is happening in anode, at anode there is oxidation takes place. So for anode we need SOP, and for cathode we need standard reduction potential. So if we will have the SRP of cathode, so we should have the SOP of anode, right? Or you can write like this: E cathode, E naught SRP cathode upon E naught SRP anode, or E naught cathode minus E naught anode, minus E naught anode in terms of SRP. If we take the SRP of both cathode and anode, so it will be the minus sign. Cool?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can write like this, or generally in NCERT, they have written like this: E right minus E left. So I think it's clear to you. Right side, we are having cathode, and left side, we are having anode. I hope it's clear to you.
One second, you said that for the E naught cathode minus E naught anode, you said the standard reduction potential.
When we talk about the SOP, see, SOP is the minus is equal to minus SRP. So if we are
Yes.
if we are considering the value of reduction potential of both electrode, so reduction potential of cathode will be okay, because cathode is happening the reduction is taking place particular in cathode, but anode we are having the oxidation. So for oxidation, if we want to convert into the reduction potential, we have to apply a charge that is the negative, because it is reverse just reverse of SOP, because we are reversing the chemical equation, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm writing minus E naught anode. Or suppose this formula can also be like this: ESOP anode minus ESOP cathode. It can be also like this. You can also change the SRP to SOP of cathode. Okay, so you should understand the basic fundamental equation is this. The basic fundamental equation is the first equation. SRP of cathode, SOP of anode, both are combining together. The sum of SRP of cathode and the sum of SOP of anode, right?
Mhm.
And this equation then keep on changing as per the requirement.
Yes.
So generally, I'm telling you from my experience, students are too much confused about the fundamental, because sometimes in question what they do, generally they give oxidation potential for cathode and reduction potential for anode. So then you need to understand, you need to analyze, you need to change.
Okay. Yeah.
So for physics class, you also having a Indian mentor or the mentor from Angola?
No, I have an Indian.
Indian. Okay. Because Indian mind is quite deep, quite subtle. Indian mind is quite
Yeah.
quite research oriented.
And it also just helps me because if I want to try for the JEs, then I'm getting the right sort of mentorship.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, I'm done.
Okay, fine. So here we have written the cathode and anode. Then you can take E right minus E left. Cool. Now after that, I think it's clear. So I'll have one simple question. Find out the E naught cell of following E naught cell of following reaction, following chemical reaction: zinc plus copper, zinc solid plus copper aqueous produces zinc aqueous plus copper solid. So here generally the value of E naught, zinc 2 plus oblique zinc is minus 0.76, and E naught copper 2 plus 2 copper 0.34. You have to find out the E naught cell.
Would it be 1?
1. 764. It will be 1.10, I guess. You have to check your calculation.
Oh yeah, 1.10. I got 1.10.
Yeah, actually, have you referred the NCERT for this chapter, electrochemistry? I guess you have.
Not yet.
Okay, volt. So the formula will be, the unit will be volt. So E naught cell will be ESRP of cathode minus ESRP of anode. So for cathode they have given plus for cathode they have given 0.34 minus of minus 0.76, so it will be plus 0.34 plus 0.76, so 1.10 volt. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So now for a cell, for a given cell, the E cell will be calculated, calculated by the help of Gibbs free energy. Gibbs free energy. Now you will ask, what is Gibbs free energy? What is delta G at constant temperature and pressure? So can you tell me what is delta G? Any idea?
No.
It is called Gibbs free energy. It is defined as the total available energy of the system. Total available energy of the system at constant temperature and pressure, which can be utilized in useful work by the system. What is useful work? Have you gone through the thermodynamics part? Have you read the
No.
thermodynamics? No. Okay, useful work and non-useful work. There are two kind of work. Useful work is the electrical work, the work being done by cell. Like, like suppose you are sitting in the Angola and suddenly light has gone. Then what will happen? Your inverter will start working, or you will start the generator. So if you are having the inverter in your home, so inverter start discharging, and the electron will be discharged, that will convert it into the form of electricity, and the electricity will generate the power, right? So now the inverter is doing electrical work. Right? So that is called electrical work. It is useful work. And mechanical work is also useful work. Suppose now we are fortunate enough that we are living in the 21st century. Everything is available in, like, in the matter of second. But if you happen to be the old days, and people used to go to the the trench in order to get the water, in order to get the essential. So that time we used to have the hand pump. What we used to have? Hand pump. So when you are just pulling the hand pump, you are just pressurizing the knob of hand pump, means you are doing the mechanical work. Have you seen the pulley problems from physics, where a monkey hangs in the pulley and then string is there, right? So that is the mechanical. Yeah. So there is a very famous quote in the physics of IIT JEE, that two monkey were in the pulley, and they were just playing in the pulley, and after that one monkey has disappeared. So where the monkey has gone? you have to think like, okay. And there is also one very important there is also one very important experiment being done by the Schrodinger. Have you heard about the Schrodinger wave equation, the greatest scientist Schrodinger?
No.
Okay, Schrodinger took a cute cat, and he inserted the cat inside a chamber of box, inside a box. Okay, and he has put some radioactive source. The source is polonium, and the cat and the radioactive source both were inside the box. So can you tell me what will be the probability of cat being alive or being dead? What is the probability of cat being alive or being dead? You can say 50-50, 60-50, 60-40. Then you are not certain, right?
Yeah.
That is all about the electron. Electron is also not certain. But once Schrodinger opened the box of that box of the particular container, so he has seen that the cat has disappeared. Cat wasn't there. So where the cat has gone? Okay, so there are the lot of assumptions in sign, and and when we talk about the quantum words, it's a quantum mechanics. Schrodinger has worked extensively in the quantum mechanics. Okay, and I think when you were when you were reading about the atomic structure, there is a quantum numbers, principal energy level, azimuthal quantum number, magnetic quantum number. So all these quantum numbers comes from the solution of Schrodinger wave equation. So today, after the completion of class, you go and Google out Schrodinger famous cat experiment. It is one of the famous experiment in science.
Okay.
It will open your mind. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So it is a useful work, electrical and mechanical. And what is non-useful work? Non-useful work, suppose, do you have any siblings? Do you have any brother or sister?
Yeah, I have a little sister.
Okay, so there is a craft, a huge craft, and where you have gone and your brother got the balloon, and in the balloon there is a complete inflation by helium gas, complete filled by helium gas, and you got the needle. Okay, and you inserted the needle. So what will happen? Balloon suddenly will expand, pop-up will be there, and the volume will expand, and it will be depressurized, completely depressurized, right? So this is called, this is a kind of work you haven't done any work. Only gases has done the work. Gaseous expansion and compression. Gaseous expansion and compression. These are the non-useful work. These are the non-useful work. And I think thermodynamics is not, if you have, I think you haven't read thermodynamics, but when I will teach you do you have thermodynamics in IBDP?
Yes. I want to go through that next if possible after redox.
Okay, so when I'll teach the thermodynamics, let me tell you, thermodynamics is one of the favorite chapter of IIT JEE. IIT loves thermodynamics. Okay,
Yep.
because you can open up your mind in a different direction. Thermodynamics first law, thermodynamics second law, and the application of those law. Cool. Okay, so where we were about the Gibbs free energy, because when we talk about the energy, so it's all about energetics. So by default we need to have the understanding of thermodynamics. Okay, the available energy which can be utilized in useful work by the system. Important kya hai? Important is by the system. There are two kind of work, on the system and by the system. It is by the system because system is using the energy. Okay, any doubt?
Nope. So far clear.
Okay, so let me take the next page. So now there's a formula, delta G is equal to minus NF E naught cell. And you know, for any spontaneous process, work done has to be initiated at the cost of available energy. Suppose, what is the meaning of this? Suppose after many class, I'll give you the real life example. After the many of classes in a day, when you are just retiring, after the classes and you are winding up, then you feel less energetic, right? You feel less energetic. But once you take food, the combustion happens, then you start feeling energetic, right? So you wanted to do the some work again, you wanted to do some input. Why you wanted to do some work? Because now you are energetic, now you got the energy in body, right? In the similar manner, there is energy available in the system. So work done always, for any spontaneous process, work done has to be initiated at the cost of available energy. Have you understood the meaning of this statement?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So means this has to consume. Delta G, Gibbs free energy has to consume. Gibbs free energy has to be consumed. When it has to be consumed, it should decrease. Decrease means the delta G of reaction should negative for any spontaneous reaction. Now, I would like to ask you a very simple question. If delta G has to be negative, so where N is the number of mole, N is the, you can say it's a mole, F is the Faraday constant, that is 96500 coulomb. Okay, E naught cell is variable. It is not fixed. It is not constant. It is variable. So for the value of delta G has to be negative, the value of E naught cell should be positive. This will be delta G naught. When we talk about delta G naught minus NF E naught cell, and delta G is equal to minus N into F into E. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So E naught cell has to be positive. So I'll ask you simple question. Very simple. When E naught cell is positive, so delta G will be negative, delta G naught negative. When E naught cell negative, delta G naught will be positive. And when E naught cell equal to 0, delta G naught equal to 0. Now what will be the fate of overall the process? What will be the fate of overall process when delta G negative, delta G positive, and delta G not is equal to 0? What will be the overall fate? So I'll explain that. When delta G is negative, process is spontaneous. Like charging of inverter. Have you seen inverter charging is spontaneous because it's a feeding of electron. ठीक है? Spontaneous. Delta G positive, non-spontaneous. Can you give me any example of non-spontaneous process? Spontaneous process means the process which generally started by its own self. The process needs only induction force. After induced force, it will happen by its own virtue. So can you tell me the non-spontaneous?
Wouldn't that just be any reaction where you like give it electricity?
Yeah, that is called discharging of inverter. Discharging part where inverter is producing the electricity electron to the whole household appliances. Now the second part is that you wanted to throw the ball, so you are working against the gravity of earth. You will throw the ball at a particular projectile motion, so you are putting the energy, but ball tendencies wants to come back, right? Because of the gravity pull. So this process is also non-spontaneous. Okay, because the actual tendency of ball is to come back.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. So when delta E naught cell is equal to 0, so delta G naught is equal to 0. And when Gibbs free energy is 0, that times process is at equilibrium. Cool. Got it? Okay. Done?
Yep.
Okay. So now there is a equation called Gibbs-Helmholtz equation. Gibbs-Helmholtz, that is called delta G is equal to delta G naught plus RT ln QC. Okay, I would also like to ask one more question. Have you read the equilibrium chapter? Have you read the equilibrium, chemical equilibrium?
Yes.
Okay, so I think you might be aware about QC and KC,
Yeah.
reaction quotient and equilibrium constant.
Can you say the equation again? I can't really read what that says.
Delta G is equal to delta G naught plus RT ln QC.
Okay.
What is the difference between ln and log? I would like to know. What is
Log is
ln x
the
means ln natural base x, natural base. It's a natural log, and log x
yeah.
means the base will be log 10.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you should also have the great command in the mathematics part. Okay, cool, got it. Now you can put delta G is equal to minus NF E cell, delta G naught minus NF E naught cell plus RT ln QC. Got it?
What is the difference in between the E cell and the E naught cell?
Okay, so E cell is the electrode potential. It is the difference of electrode potential of cathode and anode at a standard conditions. The conditions is like the electrolyte what we were having. Suppose I'll go to the slide where we were discussing about the cell diagram. The cell diagram is here. Okay, so when suppose just a minute. So when the concentration of this electrolyte is 1 molar, right, and temperature is being set up at 298 Kelvin, the pressure is 1 atm. When all the standards condition is being applied on the system, that time the E naught cell will be the E cell will be the E naught cell, and E cell is the electrode potential. This is the potential by electron motion through anode to cathode, and so there is a resistance. This resistance generated potential that is called the E cell, electromotive force. This is also known as the electromotive force. Any other doubt?
No, that's good.
Okay, cool. Okay, so now the fundamental equation, we have got this equation. So by the help of this equation, you will go for the next equation. Now can you divide the whole equation by NF and minus NF? You divide minus NF and divide by minus NF. If you divide the whole equation by minus NF, you will get the new form of this equation, and that new form is the Nernst equation. Can I go to the next page? Okay, cool. So you have to just, once you divide, it will be cut, it will be cancelled out. So it will become E cell is equal to E naught cell minus RT upon NF ln QC. Now, suppose if I'm talking about a reaction, cell reaction, zinc solid plus copper 2 plus aqueous, it provides zinc 2 plus aqueous and copper solid. You see that? Okay, once you see that, so you can easily figure out in this reaction what is QC. QC is the concentration of product upon the concentration of reactant raised to the power of their stoichiometric coefficient. That is what you have read?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So now you see in QC, you can simply state that the product comes the zinc 2 plus, because solid we never consider, and the reactant will be copper 2 plus. Ionic form will be taken in the numerator and denominator. Cool, got it? So you can write like this: oxidation product or anode. This is called anode product. Zinc 2 plus is an anode product, and copper 2 plus is a cathode product, right? So
Yes.
QC can be written as the anode product, concentration of anode product upon concentration of cathode product. I hope you got this concept in detail.
Yeah.
Cool. So now when we talk about the value of R, you must put the value of R in ATM liter. Temperature you have to take as a 298 Kelvin because all the cell reaction we are considering at room temperature. Value of N is variable. It will be keep on changing. That comes from the number of electron exchange in a redox, number of electron exchanged in a redox reaction. So what is the value of N here for this reaction? For copper and zinc cell, what is the value of N?
One.
What is the value of N? The number of
In
electron exchanged.
1 mole.
2. Zinc to zinc 2 plus, there is 2 electron. Copper to copper 2 plus 2 electron. So N has to be 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So when you put all these value, temperature, and you can take Faraday constant 96,500. So you'll get a very crux form, very nutshell form of this equation, and that crux form is written as E cell is equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 upon N log 10 anode upon cathode. When we convert ln x to log x, there is a factor of 2.310. That factor you should multiply by this factor. Okay.
So
suppose the last equation we were having this, I'll put all value. So for the better clarity, minus 0.0821 R value, temperature 298 upon N into 96,500 into ln was there. So you can put 2.30 into ln QC, and QC is nothing but the ratio of anode concentration upon cathode concentration. Cool. After solving this set of equation, you will get E cell is equal to E naught cell minus, you can get this like this. You can solve this 0.0591 upon N and log QC.
okay.
Any doubt?
No. But I do want to ask. So, are you expected to know this equation if you take the JEs?
Which equation? This equation.
Yeah.
So now you got the understanding the equation, how we have derived the equation.
Yeah.
Okay. So earlier you used to mug up the formula, or you were having a conceptual clarity that this is how we derive the formula.
I mean, now I know this is how it works. I was just a little confused about the log and the natural numbers.
Okay,
when that was.
Okay, you were confused.
Yeah, but now it's clear.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So now you see, this is the magic once you clear the conceptual clarity, when you make the robust foundation. So do you have the also Indian friends yours in the Angola?
I mean, I have 1 or 2 friends.
Okay, and if they require the kind of content, the kind of quality teaching, so you may refer our classes to them also, and definitely it will be good for them also if they are having a dream like yours, if they are very much a dreamy person.
I will let them know.
They are dreamy person or they are sleepy person? They want to sleep more or they want to dream more?
I don't know. I have ambitious friends. They want to
Okay.
do big things as well.
Okay, cool. So tell them if you want to excel in IBDP as well as in IIT JEE, and so definitely this is the right platform.
Well, they're not people who are doing engineering though. Maybe medicine.
Okay, so IBDP is also required a depth understanding of concept. Anyhow, depth understanding will generate the interest level, and this inculcating of interest level gradually define your overall grip in subject. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, will we be finished with redox today?
Redox is already completed. This is the cell part. This is the this is the extension of redox. Redox, what we
Yeah.
have completed, that was the redox. This is the electrochemistry. There is a particular name for this concept called electrochemistry, where electron and chemistry both are involved.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is what we are taking. If you want me to finish fast, I can go fast. You want me to go fast?
I would just like to finish this today so that I can start my other topics next time.
Okay, so there are few more concepts are there that you will practice, and I'll explain. So you are right about this concept?
Yes.
Okay, so what will happen at equilibrium? At equilibrium, E naught cell will be 0. So this value will become 0. And QC will be KC. So can you find out the formula of equilibrium constant KC by putting these values?
Wait, what do you want me to do? So
Okay,
anyone?
you just put E naught cell as a 0.
Mhm.
And then you can go E cell is equal to 0 minus 0.0591 upon n log Kc.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that is how you can get the formula of Kc.
Mhm.
Right here you can get the Kc formula.
Yeah. They wanted me to do something else with it. I've got it still there.
Actually, just a moment. Just a moment. Delta G is the change in Gibbs free energy. When this is equal to 0, just a moment. When we talk about the delta G naught and delta G, that time at equilibrium position, at equilibrium, this is the graph of equilibrium, the where the peak comes, that is called the equilibrium. This is the Gibbs free energy, and this is the reaction coordinate. Reaction coordinate means time. So when equilibrium established, the delta G naught will be there. Delta G naught will be there, and delta G tends to 0. So there is a little correction is there. E naught cell, delta G will be 0. Delta G naught will be there, and entropy will be maximum. So entropy will be maximum at equilibrium. That I will deal in the second law of thermodynamics. So what you need to put? You need to put delta G as a 0. So you will get delta G naught is equal to delta G naught minus 0.0591 upon n log Kc. Delta G naught is equal to NF E naught. That is what we have got. Okay, it's equal to 0. So from here you can say E naught cell. E naught cell is equal to 0.0591 upon n log Kc. So log Kc will be E naught cell into n. E naught cell into n upon 0.0591. This is the formula. Actually, this graph, from this graph, we can say delta G naught is not 0, delta G is 0. Okay. There is a little correction in the concept, that's all. So this is the right way. Have you got the whole formula? Let me take my mobile, actually. Any doubt in this concept?
Yeah. Can you go over it again, please?
Okay,
I don't know where I'm not.
okay,
Understand.
okay, I was in hurry. I understand. So this is the fundamental equation, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Got
cool.
that.
So this is the fundamental equation. What earlier I told you at equilibrium, at equilibrium delta E naught cell is not zero. At equilibrium, E cell is zero and delta G is equal to zero.
Okay.
Okay. So when I apply the same concept in this particular equation, I have to put the value of E cell as zero. So when I putting E cell as a zero, so overall it comes out to be E naught cell minus 0.0591 upon N into log Kc. So when you solve this, I'm going to write here. When you solve this, you will get what you will get, the very simple equation. Just a moment. You are putting E cell as a zero because delta G tends to zero. So E naught cell minus 0.0591 upon N, QC becomes Kc equal to 0. So E naught cell equal to 0.0591 upon N log Kc. Cool. So log Kc becomes, okay, N into E naught cell upon 0.591. Okay, this is the formula.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, cool. So now you got the concept.
Mhm.
So I'll give you the questions. So just try to do some questions so your conceptual grip will be more. Okay.
Yes.
Let me have, and you can do also one thing. The book you are having for electrochemistry for redox and for the book for a whole IBDP, the reference book you are, you are having in your class, for the class work. So that book,
Mhm.
that book you may share, or you may share the URL so I can get the PDF copy online.
Okay.
Because sometimes what happens, sometimes in our IIT and our syllabus of 12th, there is an extensive syllabus. But IVDP, I have seen the electrochemistry, they are limited to the SHE. SHE means standard hydrogen electrode. After that, the chapter will be over. So this is the part of chapter, right? After that, so you may share the books. So I'll go through that. Then definitely there will be some overall the nutshell, overall the synopsis of the chapter uh, can be considered.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Calculate the equilibrium constant. Okay, we are having a question right like this. A good question where copper monoxide CO, cobalt solid plus 2 hydrogen aqueous, it undergoes and forms CO2 plus aqueous. So plus hydrogen at 298 Kelvin. This is known as the water gas. And then CO2 plus aqueous combines with 2 electron, reduction happens, forms cobalt solid. This is E naught value. E naught value of this process is minus 0.277 volt. Okay. So what will be the equilibrium constant? Can you calculate the equilibrium constant for this process? Equilibrium constant. Okay, so I'm having this value, E naught value is given, temperature is given 298 Kelvin. You need to calculate the Kc. We have got the E naught cell, put the formula, you will get the Kc. Can you do it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You are able to see the screen right now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So simply you will put delta G. So you will simply put E naught cell equal to 0.591 upon n log Kc minus 0.277 into n equal to 0.591 log Kc. What is the value of n for this reaction? Obviously 2 electron. So n is 2. You do this thing and you will get the quickly.
I got negative
Yeah,
9.37.
Okay, cool. 82. 82. What you're telling? Okay. So this is the overall equation. You got something called something 9 point some. What is the
Yeah.
answer? Okay.
I got negative 9.37.
Okay. See, this is the complete reaction. This is the complete redox reaction. Now in this complete redox reaction, cobalt is oxidizing and hydrogen is reducing. Right? So
Yeah.
what will be the E naught cell? E naught cell will be ESRP of cathode, that is hydrogen. Hydrogen will be released in cathode minus ESRP of anode. SRP of anode. So first you need to calculate the E naught cell, E naught SRP or E naught SRP of anode. So for hydrogen is a reference electrode. Hydrogen is a reference electrode. So this is called the SHE, standard hydrogen electrode. That is by default 0. So this value is taken as 0. Okay.
Yeah.
And then minus SRP. See, this is the reduction value, minus 0.277. So it will be minus of minus 0.277. It will be plus 0.277. You have to take plus. This is how plus will come. Okay.
So whenever you have the hydrogen, it'll always be 0.
Yeah, hydrogen always be 0. That is called standard hydrogen electrode potential. How this happens 0, I'll explain. Is that clear to you? Hydrogen potential is 0. So what happens? So generally in chemistry we take reference electrode. We take reference electrode. Reference electrode is the one electrode by which you can measure the potential of other electrode. Reference means it is refer. It is used for measurement of electrode potential of several metals. Okay, and we are having a SHE, standard hydrogen electrode at 298 Kelvin, 1 molar concentration, 1 atm pressure. So I'll explain the things. This is the last topic of class. Suppose I am having a beaker. And I put a glass rod. In this glass rod, I have put a inert electrode called platinum. And then there is SD5. This is a SD5 water. HCl 0.1 molar. No, not 0.1, 1 molar. The concentration is 1 molar. And the electrolyte is acid H+, so it will give H+ anyway. So this is the SD5 water, and this is the platinum electrode. Platinum is a inert electrode. Inert electrode means it won't participate in the chemical reaction. It will only allow the electron exchange. So after a certain time, there is a bubble of gas and comes out to be upper part of this particular chamber. This is called H2 gas. Are you clear with the diagram?
Yes.
Okay. So here, this electrode is inert electrode. The reaction will happen in two phase. First phase, anode. Anode, we will have the simple reaction called oxidation. H2 reduces, becomes 2H plus, and 2 electron released. And cathode is 2H plus, gain the same 2 electron, form the hydrogen gas. So you can see E cell is equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 upon N. N will be 2 into log cathode and anode. Anode we will have the H plus square concentration, and cathode we will have the hydrogen gas, pressure of hydrogen gas. Here we will have the pressure of hydrogen gas. Okay, because gas, concentration of gas always be the pressure term, right?
For the cathode, that says 2H plus.
Cathode will be the 2H plus 2 electron, that is called reduction. So this
Yeah.
this H plus will be taken by consider 2 electron, and it will form the hydrogen gas liberation. It will liberate the hydrogen gas.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Mhm.
So this will become 1. The value of this is also 1. The value of H plus concentration is 1 molar. So it is 1, and the pressure is also 1. So it will become log 1. And the value of log 1 is nothing but 0. The value of log 1 is nothing but
Yeah.
0, right?
Mhm.
Okay. And in this particular scenario, you see there is only one metal. The anode and cathode both are being made up of platinum. Platinum is acting as an anode and cathode. So E naught cell, overall E naught cell will be 0. So when you put like this, so this value become 0, this value become 0. So E cell become 0.
Okay.
So that is how we do the SHE, standard hydrogen electrode. So that is how our chapter is being completed. You need to now do practice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
I'll message you, but the next topics I want to do is topic 5 and I think 15. They're the
yeah,
same chapter, but like 15 is an extension of 5. So if we could start doing that next class, that'd be great.
that will be great, right? And if you have any doubt in this from the whole topic of redox and electrochemistry, the redox is the reduction, oxidation, electron exchange, oxidation number, reduction number, balancing, all that part was the redox. And this is the part of application of redox in terms of electron transfer, cell formation, Nast equation, E cell, E naught cell, application of Nast equation. So you have
I'll
any
look
doubt?
through this. I'll let you know, but right now I think I'm good.
Okay, so you have to practice more. Okay, and meanwhile I'll keep a class like 2 class in a week. So can I keep a class in the like tomorrow only, Wednesday?
Yeah, that's okay.
That's okay, perfect, fine.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we will begin the new topic with new energy. Until then,
Yes.
keep practicing, and meanwhile you can share your text
Yes. I'll
also.
do that.
So this is the COVID time, already told you, be in the home, be safe,
Yes.
and
You
and
too.
yeah, thanks, and keep on smiling. Okay, see you in the next
Thank
class.
you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye bye.